Hey everybody, welcome back to Inside Gaming for the weekend. We actually, for once, have something kind of exciting to talk about. We finally got to look at two games we've been waiting years for. Been hearing rumors about them for a long time, but we got Rocksteady's Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, and WB Games Montreal's Gotham Knights.
Both
little Canadian flavor in there for you.
Both very good names.
They are very good.
Gotham Knights is extremely cool. Wish they would drop the K and just go for it.
Gotham
Knights. Yeah.
Throw the dice, spin the wheel, take a chance on me, baby, I'm a real big deal.
It's a more sensual Gotham experience.
Right. And a real quick little disclosure for you. We are, of course, owned by Warner Media at some point in our lengthy corporate ladder. And yes, we did some advertising for DC FanDome recently. But this is not a sponsored video or anything. We're just pumped up about these games. We're fucking jacked, dude.
Fully torqued.
We are feeling strong and big about these games. Although, if DC or Warner Brothers or Batman wants to send us any free or early access to the games, you know, that's cool. We're into that.
I mean, go ahead.
I mean, King, go off.
Another quick note, the video will have some spoilers from the Arkham series as a whole. So if you've never played those games or want to go into these new games totally fresh, you know, stop watching, I guess.
Oh my god. So excited about a new Rocksteady superhero
I know,
game.
seriously. The last Arkham game came out 5 years ago, so like...
Arkham Knight was so good. I mean, the Batmobile stuff sucked, but the rest of the game was great.
Yeah.
Gotham Knights is a co-op action game in the style of the Arkham series. It's developed by WB Games Montreal, who previously made Arkham Origins. Origins is pretty good, but it's also the black sheep of the Arkham family. I would say that's the Joker, but it had a pretty buggy launch and didn't quite stand up to the high reputation of the previous Arkham games.
Yeah, it was
black sheep of the Arkham family,
great.
Calendar Man.
I guess that would probably be it, right? Calendar Man or some.
They actually did some pretty cool stuff with him in that series, though. They made him like more twisted.
Right. There are definitely some Batman villains that are like, despite Batman kind of being the high watermark of good comic book villains, there's some stinkers in there too. There's some real bad ones. Anyway, premise of the new game is that Batman is dead. The rest of the Bat family, as they're often called, have to team up to keep Gotham under control. It's territory that's been well tread in the comics before, so there's a lot of source material to pull from. Very exciting. It's the first appearance of the Court of Owls in a video game that wasn't a Lego game. They are in a Lego game, but I mean that's
everybody from
separate.
The whole canon is in those games.
Is in a Lego game.
But yeah, the trailer consists of the members of the Bat family watching a recording of Bruce Wayne, sort of his last will and testament, explaining that it's up to them to now keep Gotham safe.
So, kind of weird, this game is part of a new series or timeline or something, and supposedly it has no connection to the Arkham series. Strange, because it looks like it picks up right where Arkham Knight left off. That was kind of the end of Arkham Knight, was him blowing up Batcave. Anyway, kind of an odd choice for a new series, unless the whole they're not connected thing is like fake, and they have something else up their sleeve that they just don't want to reveal yet. But also Barbara Gordon, who's Batgirl, is already Oracle in the Arkham series, so it's just more confusing, I guess.
I think it's just easier to do clean slate. I think that's just a way for them to reset and not be like, because you know people can be so like nitpicky about like this actually doesn't track, so like they can do the things they want. Either way, this new game lets you play as Red Hood, Robin, Batgirl, and Nightwing, and each character has their own abilities. These include ranged attacks, melee, and some kind of special attack.
Also the bat cycle, or bat bike, whatever the motorcycle is called.
Whatever that vehicle is called. Very cool.
From the little bit that we saw, the combat looks very similar to the Arkham series, but again, this is meant to be an entirely new series of games, so I don't know. The most exciting thing though here is the co-op, because finally, it's kind of perfect for a co-op game.
Absolutely.
You know,
I can see you and I playing the hell out of this.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
And it is 2-player only. So tell your third friend to screw off. And the devs has stated that it will not be a games as a service style game. That's probably a good thing, considering the very mediocre response that Square Enix's Avengers is getting right now, among other reasons.
Somehow they found a way to make a comic book game the most bland looking thing too. It's just
taking a page from Fantastic Four. Was it Trank that made it? Well, I think superheroes are actually too much fun, and we should take all the color out and also all the characterization and try to play it straight, the fact that we have a character named The Thing. I mean, like, they take liberties that Square Enix looks like it's just like a Unity pack.
It's $199.
Yeah, right. Is there a Spider-Man in there already? We have to make one?
They use the same assets as the Incredible Bulk. So it is a campaign, but it's not, missions that you're going to be grinding and doing over and over again. So the second player can drop in and out of at any time. You're not going to have to do separate single player and multiplayer campaigns. You can just hop in whenever you want.
Kind of like, hopefully they do it better, but I was going to say Youngblood.
Yeah, that is probably a closer approximation of it.
Even though WB Montreal left a bit of a bad taste in people's mouths last time around with Origins, this one definitely has a lot of potential.
It looks cool.
We have not seen enough by any means, but it was gameplay, which is still more than you can say for the next game, which also looks cool, but it's a cinematic.
So that's Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, obviously being developed by Rocksteady, who made the original, or the three mainline Arkham games. Another co-op game, but this one is actually set in the Arkham verse. I don't know what they call that. Arkham verse sounds right.
I think Arkham verse is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
The steady verse.
Rockverse.
Suicide Squad has up to 4-player multiplayer, but if you play solo, the additional characters will be bots. So this one's a team game no matter how you play it. That's,
It makes sense, though.
I get it for the subject material. The basic premise is that the Justice League has been turned evil by Brainiac and the Suicide Squad is called in to take them out. Well, called in is in quotes. They have bomb planted in their heads and they're forced to do it. We all know this because apparently Suicide Squad is one of the most desirable storylines, I guess. Now that there's a second movie in so many years and with a new cast, basically, and there's a video game, and I did not know that Suicide Squad was so widely beloved.
Honestly, I didn't either. Go off, I guess. Get a bag, whoever's in charge of that.
Secure it, definitely.
Yeah, so the game takes place in an open world, just like the last two Arkham games, but this one is leaving behind the grim, twisted streets of Gotham for the kind of sunny 1950s style hopefulness of Metropolis.
Anyway, the game seems to have more of a sense of humor than the Arkham games, which makes sense given the source material. The big reveal of the trailer is that you have to kill Superman, which is super interesting because the Suicide Squad...
See what I did there?
I did see what you did there. Because the Suicide Squad are relatively underpowered as far as superheroes go, but in the comics, Batman always has a contingency plan to take out each member of the Justice League if it ever came to that, which is awesome, and I have one of those for Inside Gaming. Cool. So maybe in the wake of his death at the end of Arkham Knight, the Suicide Squad got a hold of those plans. Otherwise, the fight would be over very fast. I mean, Superman just melts that one guy, just turns into ash.
And you don't have that. I'm the tactical one.
I have programmed a word into your psyche that I could subdue you with in an instant. All I have to do is say your true name, and
Well, that would do it actually, but
Gabagool.
Or, maybe Batman isn't dead and is secretly helping the Suicide Squad from the shadows. Just wild speculation, but wild speculation is what we do best.
The game has been teased and leaked for a very long time now, and it's been over 5 years.
Teased and leaked.
What's that?
I love to be teased.
Oh, stop it. I don't even... teasing out some leaks with my SO. The game has been teased and leaked for a very long time now, and it's been over 5 years since Rocksteady's last DC game, so anticipation is very, very high for this one. I mean, that trailer was super fun. I mean, many cinematic trailers are so self-serious. I mean, just look at like Assassin's Creed or anything Ubisoft does.
Suicide Squad is scheduled for release sometime in 2022 and Gotham Knights for 2021, so it'll be a while before we actually get to play either of these games, but it's a nice, comforting feeling to know that we are finally getting more DC games.
And from well-regarded, experienced studios that have done this before. I also didn't play the second Arkham game.
Oh, Arkham City's great.
Played a lot of the first one, took a break, and then played Knights. The cape and grapple hook controls in that game, so good that you just have to grapple, and then if you just spam X while you're reeling in, you're just like
it's
over
awesome.
the sky. Oh man, and then it never gets old hearing, "It's the Bat!" And then you just beat the ever-living shit out of this guy.
Paralyze 8 men. So yeah, that's pretty much all we know for now. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more. But, for now, just have a good weekend.
Have a nice weekend. Yeah. Don't click on anything if you see someone else covering it. We will take care of you.
Right. Yeah, we got it. You owe us.
I don't want you going somewhere else to get... I would hate for you to get less than the most accurate news. That would just kill me, Come here. We'll do you get. Come on, baby.
Come to Bobby. She has news.
Flesh cylinders. Alas, I decry the absence of you boys. much better.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming on this beautiful day of our Lord and Savior Jesus. And not like the God dude, but my buddy Jesus.